Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Sarcastic Barman and welcome to my channel. Now, there's many things I love in life and one of them has to be a nice, cool, refreshing beer. Cheers. And one thing that I definitely hate is anyone fucking about with my beer. And we found someone who really doesn't understand anything about either marketing or fucking beer for that matter. So, say hello to Validation Prick.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, Validation Prick. Sorry, Validation Boy. I will get that right at some point. Now, I will be fair, you have some many fucked up thoughts on your channel. But, that's what you're going to do, that's fine, and we'll just point out the fucked up bits. And I've never been inclined to even look at your channel before, apart from on the shills. And even then, I'm glad we never got through a full goddamn video. But you've tackled beer. Beer is one of the things I really enjoy. As you can tell, I've got the belly for it. But your fucking ideas here are goddamn crazy. Let's have a peek, shall we?
As anyone with half a brain knows, the National Defense Authorization Act of 2012 granted the U.S. government legal authority to use propaganda against its citizens.
Are you sure? I mean, I went through that 566-page document, linked down in the description below as long as I goddamn remember, and no, there was no mention of anything that can be ensued as using propaganda on your own population. There was stuff about propaganda in other countries and how we then look into those countries and Al-Qaeda and terrorism and all that jazz. And there were some bits about cyber terrorism and some bits about security and departments using equipment together, and then lots and lots and lots of budgetary things, and even a section on World War I Medal of Honor receivers who happen to be Jewish. I didn't bother reading that section because I thought it'll have nothing to do with what I need from this video. But yeah, methinks you're just either twisting things or you've watched other people's videos and not read the goddamn document for yourself. But carry on.
Because of this fact, nothing we hear in the news can ever or should ever be trusted again.
Well, no, that's just common sense. Anything presented on one news channel should always be checked with other news channels and as many sources you can if it seems something really important. If they're reporting an ongoing story, you can usually believe they're going to get it right. Anything political, always double check. Anything to do with crazy people like you, yeah, triple check and learn how to Google.
As far as I'm concerned, the coronavirus cannot be proven to exist.
You are either lying or you're stupid.
Really? Really? Ugh. Right. Currently there are around 50,000 people suffering with the coronavirus and around 2,000 people have goddamn died. Let me guess, they're all either crisis actors paid for or it's just a giant government goddamn conspiracy. Any of those things would seem like fucking stupid at this point. Now, let's bear in mind something like polio. I've never seen anyone with polio, therefore polio wasn't real. It was all a giant con to get people vaccinated against something that didn't exist, kill people, or leave people crippled or in iron lungs. Now, listening back in your head, does that sound goddamn stupid? Well, guess what? That's what you sound like.
I don't personally know anyone who has this disease, and neither does anyone listening to this video. Until you can prove me wrong with physical, tangible evidence, I have every right to deny its existence. In fact, I would have to be a complete moron to believe it is anything other than propaganda legalized by the NDAA of 2012.
So what do you need for your evidence here? One of your friends, family or co-workers to contract the coronavirus? Is that what required here? I mean, there are many things I've never seen that, yes, I take on people's words that are there. I've never seen, apart from in pictures, the Statue of Liberty. Does that mean it's not there? Have you got any tangible proof it's there? Because I can show pictures of people with the coronavirus and we can see their hospital records and things like that to a basic degree. But is that not evidence? What do you require for evidence? Do I need to go and touch someone with the coronavirus? Is this why there's no evidence of you having a penis?
This is not hate speech and is not intended to discredit or harm those who claim to have been affected by the illness. It is merely my right as an American citizen to voice my opinion. Face the facts. Nobody in this world can prove to me that the coronavirus is real.
Whoa, 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 how now, brown cow? If there was no evidence or anything for the coronavirus, why did you just cover your ass saying this isn't hate speech and you're not intending to go against anyone who has been affected by the coronavirus? Surely, if there is no coronavirus, you wouldn't have needed to put that in. Are you just covering your ass, or are you like, what video can we make that's going to get me the most views this week? Oh yeah, coronavirus. Why the hell not? Moron.
No one. No matter what articles you share, no matter what videos you reference, there is literally no evidence available that can convince me of its legitimacy. That being said, I believe this entire ordeal is nothing more than an elaborate advertising campaign for Corona beer.
Before you go any further, we're going to have to say that is the most stupid thing I have ever heard in my entire life. Hands down to everything I've ever watched, debunked, looked at, your channel, Joey Roach's, any of the other Flat Earth stuff, anything like that. That is the most stupidest idea I have ever heard. You know nothing about advertising, obviously. You don't want your brand to be associated with anything bad. You want people to think of your brand in a good way. Anything that negatively reflects on your brand is not going to be favourable towards that brand. So having your beer associated with something that's making people ill and killing them is not a good thing. How stupid are you to even think they are connected? Oh.
The Super Bowl is taking place in Miami this year. Corona is America's #1 selling import beer, outdoing its competitors at staggering rates.
Fun fact, Corona is the 5th best-selling beer in America with a 4.1% market share. It shifted around 7.7 million barrels into America's last year. Its closest rival behind it had an amazingly much smaller 3.6% market share. In other words, bugger and all to say giant leaps. And what's more amusing, both beers are actually made, well, owned by the same company. And while Corona is made in Mexico, its parent company, it's not Mexican. They also make Michelob beer. They also make this other beer that is the most popular beer in America, Bud Light. And Bud. Yeah, most of the beers in America are owned by the same company. It's European. Yay!
It also happens to be one of, if not the most popular beers in the state of Florida, thanks to the state's outlandishly high concentration of Hispanic residents.
Wow, I don't think you meant that to come out sounding as racist as it did. So, yeah. Maybe try and reword things. You could have said it along the lines of, due to Florida's 5 million Hispanic residents, it happens to be a very popular brand there, with Florida having the 3rd highest population of Hispanics within the United States, with states like California and Texas holding many times the amount. California's population of Hispanics happens to be around 15 million, with Texas having around 11, making Florida the 3rd highest in that group with its 5 million. But as a percentage-wise, New Mexico actually has the dominance there, with around 48% of New Mexicans being of Hispanic descent. Texas 39%, California 39%, Arizona 31%, Nevada 28%, and Florida 25%. So in other words, Florida doesn't actually rank that highly, and your obsession with the Hispanics in that case seemed fucking weird, dude.
As we are all well aware, there has been an explosion of social media memes erroneously correlating the alleged illness with the beer brand. Of course, everyone knows that the beer has nothing to do with the alleged virus, but look at the results this social media explosion have brought about.
Okay then, let's have a look at the share prices for the parent company of Corona here. Now, that is the share price for the last month, and as you can see, that's not going up. Now, I will be fair, they did suffer a stock market crash in November of last year, and their stock has been steadily declining since, with very small lifts and then drops. The next thing that should really help Corona will actually be the next Fast and Furious movie, because if you haven't noticed, that's what they drink. And you know what? Corona doesn't even pay for that advertising. That was the beer of choice that they all decided to have, with other brands offering millions upon millions to be in those films and have the crew drink their beer. And it was come to the conclusion, it's like, no, why would they drink that shitty beer? They're going to drink Corona. And it fitted with the story. Well done.
Corona has gone viral. I found an article, which I will link below, stating that the makers of Corona have decided to do nothing about the quite obviously manufactured free advertising campaign this has provided for them. Think about how much more Corona beer will be sold in Florida this Super Bowl weekend, and try to tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, you're wrong.
When the next quarterly reports for Corona sales emerges, we will all see just how nicely this viral Corona ad campaign ended up affecting their bottom line.
Just no. In what twisted world do you live where you think associating your product with something that makes you sick and possibly kills you is a good thing? Now, the parent company itself, which is, we're just going to call it AB InBev, because I ain't saying the full title name. No. Google it. They make products such as Budweiser, Corona, Stella, Agula, Beck's Blue, Bogota Lager, Contender, Brahma Lager, Bud Light. I mean, this company is huge in terms of beer. They make a hell of a lot, or own in their portfolio all these beers. Eagle Lager, Bourbon County, I don't even know what that one is. I've never seen it before in my life. Harbin, Hero Ale, Hoegaarden, for Christ's sake. The company will be fine. Corona sales are dropping though, and to think they wouldn't drop is just horrendously stupid. Now, there is actually though a connection between Corona and the coronavirus, and this hilarious bloke I found online has actually got it. I'll end the video with showing him, but don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, all the stuff down below. If you like the guy that I'm showing next, his link will be in the description below. His name escapes me as I'm recording. I do apologise. He is on Facebook as The Blind something. Oh, I've completely lost it. I'm really sorry. I'm not re-recording this bit now. But yeah, go check him out. And yeah, it's funny as hell. Good night.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Lawrence. Thanks for stopping by my channel. If you like what you see, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Hey, what's happening everybody? It's Lawrence. Before I get going with this video, I want to send a couple of acknowledgements. First, Ben the Stimmel is the newest guy to like the Facebook page for this YouTube channel. It's facebook.com/LRossYT, or you can just search Blind Guy on YouTube on Facebook. And there it is. Also, shout out to a new YouTube subscriber, Hate Tank 200. It's a little rock band. I'm going to be posting a link to one of their videos in the description of this particular video. I want to talk about something real quick. The coronavirus. Everyone's been talking about it. It's been all over the place. So far, I believe 900 people have died from it, and people are getting quarantined all over the place. And you hear of people who are pouring out their Corona beer because they fear that it's a connection with the coronavirus. And in actuality, they kind of have a point. All right? Just hear me out on this, okay? Yes, they are two very separate entities, but they both have the same end result. Both will make you puke like crazy and have your friends say, dude, get some help or you're going to die. And that is the commonality between the coronavirus and Corona beer. Thanks for watching.